is killing me. So back to what I was saying, on question 7 was the greatest failure, and understanding, to understand what is being said back and forth, what is perceived and what is intended, and learning and growing from that. So question number 8 is, explain the time that you interacted with people of various cultural backgrounds. So one of the best examples I have of this are in my capacity as a cadet with Scottsdale PD, and interacting at the Phoenix Open, which is one of the biggest golf tournaments in the world. And there was almost 250,000 people there that'd be there on a singular day, not even counting the entire week. And with that, it's Arizona, it gets hot outside, people are waiting on lines. There's a lot of waiting going around. There's people that don't really know where to go. And being in a uniform with other members of law enforcement, being around police officers, a lot of times that was the only interaction people had ever had with law enforcement, not only being their only interaction, but their first interaction as well. And so making sure that we are essentially capitalizing on that and making sure that every interaction is the right interaction every single time, the first time. And that comes from a big role of community policing, and helping understand that the people are there to look out for you. So even just something as simple as just striking up a conversation with someone waiting in line, to just showing almost a humanizing empathy with the people there, just to show a level of humanity that goes into it, that you're not just a stoic figure that is standing there looking at the crowd. And with 250,000 people there is people from all sorts of backgrounds, all sorts of ideologies, ethnicities that are coming together for a singular event. And so that provides a wonderful opportunity, like I said, to have those conversations with people, but to learn things that you never really knew about a different culture, about a different person, and to really connect with the community, the community that you're sworn to protect, the community that you're sworn to community police. And although this was much more limited in my role as a cadet, that is something that I take with me into the role of law enforcement. So question number 9 is, explain a time that you disliked a coworker, and how did you handle it? So one instance of me disliking a coworker was with a senior manager that I had. This senior manager had a certain characterization in their style of management that was not looked at very fondly amongst the staff and other managers. And with that, I kind of took on a conflict resolution role, which is something that I always strive to do, with helping the team understand why the manager is doing certain things, but also helping them understand certain lessons and certain takeaways of when they get put into that position, how it looks on the team. So again, circling back to that idea of what is perceived and what is intended, and making sure that they understand that, while also being a mitigating role for other managers and ensuring that certain complaints, certain ideas are relayed professionally, so that way we don't sacrifice any sort of morale or any sort of psyche amongst the team and the managers, and that the workplace can still be enjoyable. And also helping the staff and the management with other developmental categories to ensure that, like I said, that it is a stable workplace. And although that there was many lessons that this person didn't know that they were teaching, all of us nonetheless, it did result in their termination in the end. But I think had that person not been there, the team and the managers would not have been as tactile and as well trained as we were in the end when that person did leave. So I consider it almost a blessing in disguise, or a silver lining to the storm cloud. And then the final question, number 10, is, how would your friends describe you? So my friends would describe me as probably somewhat quiet. I'm not someone that is very outgoing or puts myself out there. I tend to sit back and kind of take in a situation, to kind of analyze, to look at everything. However, with that, I can be very reserved. But when I do that, I know when it is time to step in, and I'm not afraid to step in to be the vocal one. essentially, in a nutshell, I am an introvert who learned to be an extrovert. And that's something that I've taken with me from my professional experiences. And one of the things that my friends would also say about me is I'm probably more than likely the peacemaker. I